condolences to the President of Namibia on the death of the late Haji Gengob and the President of Chile on the victims of the wildfire that swept through central Chile. Public prosecution affirms that the Sultanate of Oman is among the countries with the lowest crime rates, recording more than 37,800 cases last year. A workshop held in Muscat reviews the development of the laws and legislation system in the Sultanate of Oman. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq sent a cable of condolences to His Excellency Nangolo Mbumba, President of the Republic of Namibia, on the death of late President Haji Gengob. His Majesty Sultan Haitham has also sent a cable of condolences to His Excellency Gabriel Boric, President of the Republic of Chile, on the victims of the wildfire that swept through the central Chile. His Majesty the Sultan sent a cable of greetings to Her Excellency Cindy Kiro, Governor-General of New Zealand, on the occasion of her country's National Day. More than 37,800 cases were dealt with the public prosecution during the past year, an increase of more than 17% compared to the previous year. This came during the annual conference of the public prosecution titled Fairness of Procedure, which also revealed that the number of those interested registered in these cases approached 74,700. Of whom about 46% were expatriates. Czech crimes ranked first among the most frequently occurring crimes during the past year. His Excellency Nasser ibn Khamis al-Sawai, the public prosecutor, confirmed that the statistics for crimes of public funds and money laundering showed that the number of crimes of employees exceeding the limit of their jobs and neglecting to perform their duties in the year 2022 amounted to 62 crimes. In the year 2023, it rose to 105 crimes, indicating that the Sultanate of Oman is among the countries in the world with the lowest crime rate compared to the countries of which it economically, geographically, and socially similar. Oman Vision 2040 implemented on a follow-up unit in cooperation with the National Programme for Financial Sustainability and Banking Sector Development, organized a workshop on developing the system of laws and legislations in the Sultanate of Oman. The workshop studied the current legislation system in the Sultanate of Oman and discussed ways to develop the system of laws and legislation in the country by reviewing the best international practices that are compatible with future aspirations. The workshop aims to produce updated knowledge in the legislation field, which keep pace with the economic and technological changes. Khola Hospital celebrated the occasion of obtaining the International Accreditation Certificate Baby Friendly Hospital. More details in the following report.
With the aim of developing healthcare services for the community, Khola Hospital obtained the International Accreditation Certificate Baby Friendly Hospital according to the standards of the World Health Organization and the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, as the first child-friendly government hospital in the Sultanate of Oman to obtain this accreditation in more than 20 years.
To get accreditation in baby-friendly hospital initiation, we start to apply the 10-step for successful breastfeeding. The most important is the critical management procedure and the clinical practice in the wards.
The General Directorate of Khawla Hospital has recently witnessed remarkable development, and it implements the 10 steps of the Child-Friendly Hospital initiative in the relevant departments. This achievement came after the completion of evaluation processes by the national team.
We are happy today that Khawla Hospital has attained the accreditation of Baby-Friendly Hospital initiative, and it is the first hospital in the country after 2 decades getting the accreditation. Khawla Hospital underwent assessment for several days with reviewing all the documents, interviewing the patients, the mothers, the pregnant ladies and the staff to ensure that it applies all the 10 steps of Baby-Friendly Hospital initiative.
The Baby-Friendly Hospital initiative relies on adopting a policy of 10 steps for the success of breastfeeding. Khawla Hospital has passed with complete success the test of implementing policies and implementing the international and local code, and obtaining an evaluation of 80% and above in the indicators related to the initiative.
Still to come in our news bulletin. Sand dunes are a unique natural phenomenon that offer a thrilling experience for those who love adventure and nature in Sharqiya Desert. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Vice Admiral Abdullah bin Khamis al-Raisi, Chief of Staff of Sultan Armed Forces, received at Al-Murtafah camp today Major General Fahd bin Mubarak al-Saif al-Khayrin, President of Ju'an bin Jassim Academy for Defense Studies at the State of Qatar, and his accompanying delegation. During the meeting, the two sides exchanged cordial talks on a number of matters with mutual concern. Joint academic and training topics between the Sultanate of Oman and the sisterly state of Qatar were discussed by Major General Hamid bin Ahmed Sakroon, Chairman of the Academy of Strategic and Defense Studies, during his meeting with Major General Fahd bin Mubarak al-Saif al-Khayrin, President of the Ju'an bin Jassim Academy for Defense Studies in Qatar. Within the framework of the visit made by Qatari delegation to the Sultanate of Oman, the executive annex to the military cooperation agreement in the field of academic and scientific cooperation was signed between the Academy of Strategic and Defense Studies at the Ministry of Defense and the Ju'an bin Jassim Academy for Defense Studies in Qatar. A delegation from the Ju'an bin Jassim Academy for Defense Studies in the sisterly state of Qatar visited the National Defense College at the Academy of Strategic and Defense Studies in Bayt al-Falaj camp. Upon arrival at the college, the delegation was welcomed by Rear Admiral Ali bin Abdullah al-Shidi, Commandant of the National Defense College at the Academy of Strategic and Defense Studies. During the meeting, several topics of mutual interest were discussed, particularly academic and training aspects. They were briefed on the National Defense College, including its facilities and equipment, and also toured various departments of the college. The delegation from Ju'an bin Jassim Academy for Defense Studies in the sisterly state of Qatar also visited the Joint Command and Staff College at the Academy of Strategic and Defense Studies. Upon their arrival, they were received by Brigadier General Saif bin Hamid Al-Yusufi, the commander of the Joint Command and Staff College. The delegation received a briefing about the college, including the technologies it is equipped with and the various facilities it houses. They also witnessed a visual presentation about the college, its curricula, and its training programs. The delegation from the Joan bin Jassim Academy for Defense Studies in the sisterly state of Qatar also visited the Center for Strategic and Defense Studies at the Academy of Strategic and Defense Studies in Beit al-Falaj camp. The delegation was led by Brigadier General Fahad bin Mubarak al-Saif al-Khairin, the president of the Joan bin Jassim Academy for Defense Studies. An exhibition, Story of a Photo, was opened at Beit al-Zubair by the photographer Khamis bin Ali al-Muharbi, in which the documents his adventures with his companions from the 1990s and before. Each photo explains a human bond and connection to the place and its surroundings. A book by the photographer bearing the same title, The Story of a Photo, containing 30 stories, was launched during the exhibition. The opening ceremony was held under the auspices of His Excellency Sayyid Ibrahim bin Saeed Al Busaidi, Governor of Musandam. The total oil production in the Sultanate of Oman exceeded 382,770,000 barrels by the end of last year, 81% of which was exported, and the average price per barrel was calculated at $82.30. The National Center for Statistics and Information stated that the total production of oil condensates amounted to more than 85,400,000 barrels. On the other hand, the total domestic production and import of natural gas amounted to 53,925,000,000 cubic meters until the end of December last year, recording an increase by 3.6% compared to the same period of 2022. Sand dunes are a unique natural phenomenon that offers a thrilling experience for those who love adventure and nature here in Sharqiya Desert. In Bidia, tourists explore the beauty of the undulating sand formations and the vast expanse of desert landscape. Our colleague Abdullah Al-Rubai toured Sharqiya Desert, and he has this report.
Tourists explore the beauty of Bidia. In the middle of golden sands and dunes of Sharqiya Desert, a peaceful retreat is being experienced by its visitors. Bidia is well known for its golden sand dunes, which draw visitors from inside and outside of Oman. It's an ideal destination that provides adventure experience. It has a good number of established desert camps to choose from, all of which provide an authentic feel along with other activities.
This place is ideal place for all. We receive tourists from many countries and they enjoy the natural of a Sharqiya sand. At this spot one can catch the glimpse of the splendid sunrise against a backdrop of completely silence.
As the sun rises, a good number of visitors get on a hot balloon ride, flying above the dunes, witnessing a beautiful landscape, mystical vibes and shining suns, experiencing a good time, while others snatch camel rides in the morning or evening together with their family, a journey that has amazing chapters of stories and insights of the local life in the desert. Again, here is a group of tourists with four-wheel vehicles cruising across the desert, taking in the vast sand dunes and stunning views while exploring the unique landscape of Sharqiya Desert.
Wow, I couldn't imagine to come here in this desert, how beautiful it was watching sunset from the top of the duna, and doing like duna bashing with the car was kind of adventuring and crazy and much more fun than I could imagine. I think this place is giving you something really special in your life. So if you've never been to Oman, if you've never been to the desert, I think that's the time to come here. Because from my point of view, from my personal experience, this is the place where you can really have beautiful experiences and get warm your heart at the best.
From camel riding to sunboarding and quad biking, together with hot air balloons and off-road driving, the activities of which are great fun and offer unforgettable experiences. And finally here, on the top of sand dunes, with a campfire, a group of tourists are enjoying the beauty of the sunset, while having lovely conversations with locals. A unique experience that promotes face-to-face dialogues, an excellent opportunity to connect cultures with people from many countries of the world and build understanding for one another.
So I'm for the first time visiting Oman, and I feel very lucky to be in this amazing country, and I have noticed that people here are very open and very kind. I felt welcomed everywhere, in every place, and I advise everyone to come here because it is the experience of a lifetime to see this wonderful place and also get to know the amazing people.
Tourism in the sands, especially in Bidiya sands, has a special taste. It is unique and makes people feel calm and relaxed. This is the feature that distinguishes the Sultanate of Oman in terms of the diversity of the terrain.
Once again, let's draw your attention that we are here in Sharqiya Sand. One can experience a beautiful sunset. At the same time, you can see a full moon behind me. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubai, Sultanate of Oman Television, Bidiya.
This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty the Sultan sends a cable of condolences to the President of Namibia on the death of late President Haji Geingob, and to the President of Chile on the victims of the wildfire that swept through central Chile. The public prosecution affirms that the Sultanate of Oman is among the countries with the lowest crime rates, recording more than 37,800 cases last year. A workshop held in Muscat reviews the development of the laws and legislations system in the Sultanate of Oman. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night and stay safe.